Now another way to slim a person is to use the liquify tool. Now this model does not need to be any slimmer. I mean, she looks fine how she is. I'm just using this as an example because you might have a client who just wants more photo editing done to their photo, or model wants to just make some slight subtle adjustments, because some of the best Photoshop techniques in portrait photography are very subtle and not very noticeable and don't look photoshopped. So anyway, go ahead and open up some kind of photo that you like to work on. First thing we want to do is press Control or Command J. So Control J on the PC and Command J on the Mac. That will duplicate the layer, so then I can work on a duplicated layer and show you the difference. So go ahead and go to Filter and then Liquify, and you'll see some stuff over here. And this is what a lot of fashion industry photo retouchers use as part of their workflow. So we had the forward warp tool that just moves, things left and right, up and down in different directions. And then the reconstruct, if you do make an edit, say right like that, and then you do reconstruct, it will bring it back to the original wherever you painted and reconstruct. Pucker and bloat are pretty useful. If you want to make an area larger, you can use bloat tool, and it will just bloat out from that center like that. Press Control or Command Z to undo. And pucker will make things smaller. So if we start with the pucker tool, wherever the center is, it's going to pull it in. So if I started over here, that wouldn't work, because that's going to do the opposite. The center of this brush area, and you can left and right bracket to make the size larger and smaller. You can also adjust it over here. So I'm going to make it a little bit larger, and as long as the center's here on her stomach, just click and let go. Then it brings her waist in a little bit. All right. This is why sometimes you see in the news where they've found ones that are over photoshopped in fashion magazines, and it doesn't look realistic. You can also use the forward warp tool as well, so you can click and drag. It's already looking, it's kind of looking messed up there for a second, but so you want it still looking natural. All right, if you use the slimming tool or these slimming tools. Now, if you have pucker here, all right, and let's say I want to bring this waist in here a little bit, and we can do this to the legs, we can do the waist, the arms. We can even, if you want to give muscles, you can actually do the opposite. You can do a bloat, all right? And then if you want to make her skinnier, use the pucker. Now, if I click in here and the pucker, notice it pulls her waist in, but it also pulled her arm over a little bit, and that doesn't look good. It's making her arm larger here, just kind of bending it over. So I'm going to press Control Z to undo. This is an instance where we would want to use advanced mode. So click on advanced mode over on the top right hand corner. It brings up a couple more options here, but over on the left it adds a couple of tools as well. So we have the smooth tool, the twirl clockwise tool, freeze mask tool, and the thaw mask tool. So the freeze mask tool, what I can do is wherever I click and drag with the freeze mask, it will not affect. All right. So now when I use pucker, pull over a little bit, notice it does not affect wherever we painted that on. We could do thaw and it would get rid of that. All right, and now if I did it, it would pull it over. All right, so that's under advanced mode. It's really useful when we have areas that we do not want to be affected by these tools as we're adjusting. So that's the second method of slimming. So here's before and here's after. Obviously she did not need that. I mean, she looked fine to begin with, but that's the method. If you have a client who just wants to be slimmed up a little bit, using the liquify tool instead of the free transform tool.